In this video, we'll take a look at how to back up your wallet file. And just to clarify, this is the wallet application. It's a program that we're looking at that allows you to control the wallet and the funds. The funds themselves are not technically on your computer. What instead is on the computer is a private key, and you can just think of it as like a key that gives you access to the funds, except instead of it being like a key to a safety deposit box where you have to physically go to a bank to put the key into a physical lock in a physical specific location to be able to get funds that are physically located in a box. This is digital, it's the internet, and so as long as you have an internet connection and this key, then you can access the funds from anywhere. And the key is what needs to be protected. So I've talked about encrypting your wallet, and that encryption process encrypts that wallet file. So if you have, as I mentioned in that video, if you have backed the file up before encrypting it, the copy that you have backed up will not be encrypted. So if you back up after having encrypted the wallet, then it will be encrypted, which means that if it's not encrypted, in other words, and someone gets your backup file and puts it on their computer in the right spot, then they can run the same program and they can use your funds, they can do whatever they want to. On the other hand, if it's encrypted before you back it up, and even if they get a copy of that, their hands on that file, they put it on their computer, they won't be able to do anything with it unless they also know your passphrase, which is why if you're going to use a passphrase, which is not a bad idea, you want to guard it carefully and don't make it too easy to guess, and don't leave it lying around. So in the file menu, and again, on the Windows version, the file menu is located inside of the window, and of course on a Mac, file menu is always going to be located on the menu bar at the top of the entire screen. But either way, you're going to go to the file menu, and the very first option is Backup Wallet. And this will open up a window asking you where you want to put it. Typically, it's going to try to save it in your Documents folder, but you can change it to your desktop or whatever. And you want to put a file name on it. So let's call it something easy. So, well, I guess there's two schools of thought here. You want to either label it something that's obvious that anyone can say, okay, that's the Bitseed wallet, for example. Or you might want to label it something that only you know what it is as an additional level of security, but I'll leave that up to you. So you type a name and you hit save, and now you've backed your wallet up. And once you've backed it up, it's always recommended for a true backup, you do not want to keep all your files on one drive. So anything important should be backed up to another drive. So you can back it up to your Documents folder or to your desktop or something, and then you could put it onto a USB flash drive. If you still use CDs or DVDs, you could burn it onto a disk like that. Not necessarily recommended, but it's an option. And you could also, if it's encrypted, you could put it onto something like Dropbox or some other cloud storage. But of course, keep in mind that if it's not encrypted, anyone, wherever you put it, they could potentially access it. And I know I'm repeating myself on that, but it's too important not to. But that's the basic steps. You hit File, Backup Wallet, give it a name and hit Save, and you've got a copy of it. But then, of course, again, keep the copy somewhere else. Don't just keep it on one drive, or make sure at the very least that you're backing up that drive that you've saved it to. So whatever the main drive is on your computer, back your files up. And I can't help but lecture on this just because that is the main top mistake I see people making with computers, is failing to back up. It's one of the reasons I have an entire course on that, and I go into it a lot. So that's the steps. Make sure to back your wallet up, encrypt it first, or store it somewhere that's encrypted, and be safe with your money.